Today's yoga story is Gomukhasana, cow's face pose. Hello, welcome to episode 2. Here's our blanket, excellent. Asymmetrical twin. Dropping and sinking up. Notice how just notice joining us for the second episode of next week. Namaste. Hello and welcome to episode 89 of Namaste Yoga. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for all of your kind donations. I want to thank Chris Hayes, who made a donation this morning. He's one of our subscription donators. He's donating $5 a month to Namaste Yoga, and these donations go a long way in helping us cover the expenses of putting this podcast together for you each week. So for example, last week we had to run out and purchase batteries. Our batteries for our mic packs went dead pretty much as soon as we started last week. That was only one of the things that happened last week. This week, I'm so excited to show you, well, not as excited as I will be when the Steadicam comes, but we purchased this reflector, which I just reflected right into the camera, sorry. But this will help me stay out of the shadows. So that's one way to look after those shadows, is to get a reflector. Can tell Debbie Ford that the shadow work is all done here on Namaste Yoga. So today's episode of Namaste Yoga, we're going to be doing the yoga story around Gomukhasana, cow's face pose, one of my favorite postures for my legs, not so favorite for my arms. This story has to do with Vishnu's 8th incarnation as Krishna. And as a young Krishna, Vishnu was a cow herder, and he was known as Govinda, Gopala, and he was known to look after the cows. And so that's what we're going to be working with today, a story for that. You will need a yoga strap today, probably, if you're at all tight in your shoulders like me. And if you're tight in your hips, you'll need a yoga block. So go ahead and get those props, and then come on back and join us and lie down on your back for the Gomukhasana story, which I will be taking from Alana Cavallo's Myths of the Asanas book. Love this book. The more I'm working with this book, the more I love it. So I highly recommend it. It's a great book. So go ahead and lie down on your back in Shavasana, palms face up. So Gomukhasana is said to resemble the face of a cow. Mukh means cow, and Mukh means face, and Go means cow. And the cow is one of India's holiest animals. Cows are the kings of peacefulness. They roam placidly in public places, standing in the middle of a highway where cars go past them. They stand peacefully still. The cow is considered to be a giver of plenty. And it's the embodiment of different yogic qualities. Cows are very peaceful and down to earth. They're also very generous and motherly, and in fact considered to be one of the universal mothers. When a mother cow sees her calf, her milk flows freely and abundantly. And this relationship between the cow and her calf is the perfect symbol for the relationship between earth and its inhabitants. Like a calf, we can give the earth our love while using her gifts in a sustainable and wholesome way. So here's the story of Krishna, the divine cow herder. Among Krishna's many names is Gopala, the protector of the cows, and Govinda, one who takes care of the cows. At one time, Brahma, the creator of the universe, sincerely doubted Krishna's divinity. This simple peasant boy, he has a flute tucked into his belt and a peacock feather in his hair, and he walks barefoot in the forest. Brahma decided to put Krishna to the test. One fine day, while Krishna was resting with his cowherd friends in the forest, Brahma kidnapped the cowherd boys and the calves and hid them in a cave. When Brahma returned to see how Krishna was reacting upon discovering his loss, he found to his amazement that Krishna was playing with all the cowherd boys and the calves he had just stolen. So Brahma went back to the cave where he saw all the calves and boys he had originally hidden. Brahma looked with all 4 heads at the same time, at the cave and at Krishna, and saw that somehow the calves and the boys had doubles. Krishna had actually multiplied his very self into calves and cowherd boys to thwart Brahma. Brahma had not understood this simple cowherder's divinity or his ability to be all things for all people. Krishna was able to be the cows for the cowherders, the hidden cows and the cowherding boys for Brahma. As for us, the spirit of Krishna can be found in the form of anybody whose company we adore. The name Krishna literally means all attractive. We can be attractive to another person by being what he or she needs: a son, a daughter, a co-worker. While we are sitting in the cow's face pose, we are putting on another face, just as we might when we put on our all-attractive nature for the benefit of the people in our lives whom we adore. So just reflect on that story. Krishna is really important in the Hindu faith. I would liken him to Jesus in the Christian faith, the coming of Jesus and Krishna in the Christian faith. And so reflect on this story, the story of Krishna being all things to all people. But more importantly, the story shows how Krishna is in fact protecting the cows and caring for the cows. And as a symbol of the Divine Mother, this is a story that teaches us to respect the Divine Feminine in all its forms. And so perhaps something in that will inspire an intention for your practice. So how could this practice best serve you in your life right now? And then you can continue resting back here as we start lying down by releasing our hips. So you're going to inhale, slide your right leg up, open it out to the side, and exhale it down and around. Breathe in as you draw your leg up and open it out to the side. Breathe out, draw it down and around to release your hips. And then we'll do that on the other side. Slide your left leg up, open it out to the side, and glide it down and around. Okay, and then bend your right knee in and fold it in. Hold on to your right knee with your right hand and circle your right knee here. And then circle it the other way. And then hug your right knee into your chest. And release your right leg down, slide it out. And then slide your left leg in and begin to circle your left leg. And then circle it the other way. And bring it back to center, hug it into your chest. And then release your left leg down, slide it out. Maybe you just bend your knees here and sway your knees from side to side to release your hips. And then come back center and cross your right leg over your left leg. And you're going to hug your knees into your chest. So these are cow's face legs, the way you've got them all the way crossed like this. And you're going to hug them in. I love doing yoga under this tree. The ground is so bumpy because of all the roots from it. So you're going to hug it in and you're going to hold on your knees or your shins or your ankles. So Krishna was known to be very playful, and he would always play jokes and pranks on the maidens who milked the cows, and he was known for being a little bit of a prankster as his young Govinda Gopala. And then release your legs down, uncross and switch the way you've got them crossed. So your right's now over your left. Sorry, your left's now over your right. Draw your knees into your chest. Honestly, sometimes I think I only have a few things to remember. Right and left is one of them. So you can hold on your knees or your shins or your ankles. See if it feels good in your body today. And then release your legs and just sway them from side to side again. Okay, now you're going to cross your right leg all the way over your left leg again, so you're in cow's face legs again. And then roll onto your right side. Stack up your hands one on top of each other. You're going to inhale, circle your left arm up and over, and then exhale, circle it down and around. So inhale, up and over, and exhale, circle down and around. And I'm going to show you, if this is kind of too intense, you can prop your legs up here with a bolster. Inhale, up and over, Exhale down and around, or a block like I'm using. So this will help to loosen up your shoulders. And then hold on to your shoulder and circle your elbow. And circle the other way. And then we'll roll into the twist here. So inhale, open, roll into the twist. Stay in the twist. Okay, and then roll on out of that twist. And let's do the same thing on the other side. So cross your right leg all the way over your left leg. And roll all the way onto your left side. We'll start with the arm circles. So inhale, circle up and around. Exhale, down and around. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, down and around. And then hold on to your right shoulder with your right hand and circle your elbow. So your knees should be bent up a fair bit here. Circle the other way. And then roll open into the twist. And focus on your exhale on the twist, breathing out. And then slowly come back to center. Let's do something symmetrical in the center, either knees to chest or bridge pose. Bridge pose is great to do with a block. When I see my students do it, a lot of times bridge pose is kind of like this, which isn't great. So the block between your legs keeps your alignment really good and helps to engage your inner thighs, which tend to be really weak on people. And then slowly lower yourself down and hug your knees into your chest. Maybe rock back and forth a little bit. Or circle. Okay, and then you're going to roll to your side and come up onto all fours. Okay, so on all fours, we're going to do a little more releasing of our hips. This is one of my favorite things. It's crawling cow's face. So you're going to walk your legs one over the other. And then walk back. And then walk forward a bit again. And when your left leg is in front of your right leg, you're going to exhale, round up through your back, and inhale, arch your back. So you're doing cat pose with cow's face legs. And walk to one side and do cat pose to the side. And do that on the other side as well. Walk to the other side. And then come back center and tuck your toes under behind you. Reach up into downward facing dog with your legs crossed. Okay, lower your knees, come to sitting kneeling, and circle your wrists. Hold your elbows in tight to your body so you're moving your wrists. And circle them the other way. Okay, and then kneeling like this, you're going to lift one knee. Now, if this is too much for you, so for many of my students last night, this was like way too much, then you're going to, oh, I forgot to do all this on my back. We'll have to do it later, okay? You can point your toes instead. We're just stretching the front of your ankles. So do whatever works best in your body. So you can do the knee lift or sitting with your legs in front of you. And knee lift on the other side. And then tuck your toes under here. Spread your toes, reach around and tuck your baby toes under too and sit back on your toes. So cow's face, you need really open ankles and hips, shoulders and chest and tops of your thighs as well. Okay, so slowly come out of that. And let's stretch out. Let's do cat pose on the other side. So this time you'll take your right knee in front of your left leg, because we had the left in front last time. And exhale, round up through your back. And inhale, arch. And then walk to one side and cat pose here. And walk to the other side. And then come back center, tuck your toes under, inhale, exhale, come into downward facing dog. There's an ant. Can you see it by my foot carrying this? I don't know what it's carrying. Some big feast home. Okay, and then come on down, uncross your legs, just shake out your wrists. Okay, let's do your feet first, and then we'll do another down dog. So I wanted to do this lying down, so you could lie down if you want, but we're just going to point and flex our toes. So just releasing our ankles to get ready for a cow's face pose. And then circle. And circle the other way. And circle in the middle. And circle the other way. Maybe one more point and flex. And then come back over. We're going to do down dog again. Let me show you a few options here. So spread your fingers nice and wide. Tuck your toes under. You're going to lift your hips up towards the sky. Here's your first option, is to go on the roof of your foot and just do one foot at a time. Okay, you can try both feet. It's not for everybody, so be careful. But you come on the roof of your feet and lift up. Okay, and then come on down. All right, let's make our way up to standing. Once you come up to standing, let's just roll our shoulders back and down. So inhale up, exhale back and down. Okay, and then we're going to do breath and joy. So you inhale, bring your arms in front. Inhale, a little bit more, arms come out to the side. Inhale all the way, arms come overhead. Exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. So inhale, arms come up to the front. Inhale, arms come out to the side. Inhale all the way in, arms come overhead. Exhale, bend your knees and drop down. Okay, so we'll do that a little more quickly. You can do it at your own pace. I know some days I like to do this really slowly. It's beautiful really slowly too. Wonderful. Good. And then release your arms. Okay, you're going to take your thumbs up in front of you and then point them behind you. Open your chest. Okay, and then release your arms. Good, shake it out. Let's just interlace your fingers behind your back. Roll your shoulders back and down, tuck your tail, lift your arms, open up your chest. Okay, and then release your arms down. Okay, we're going to do cow's face arms standing up, which is a lot easier than doing them sitting. You're going to internally rotate your left arm, bring it up your back, and then, oh, you know, I forgot to do another one. I'm forgetting a whole bunch of things today. Before we do that, we're going to do a lunge pose. Let's just do it because it's going to make a big difference to you. Is that okay? Okay, so we're going to come down, bring your right leg forward, sink down through your front right foot and come upright. We could have done this in Warrior One. Anyway, left arm comes up, bend it over your back and draw your elbow back. I have the forgetfuls today. Okay, and then release your arms that switch sides. So walk your left leg forward into lunge. Sink down through your front left glutes. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Take your right hand down your back. Use your left hand to draw it back and stretch out your tricep. Okay, and release this, and we're going to stand back up. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, now let's try cow's face arms. You're going to internally rotate your left arm and bring it up your back. You can use your right hand to bring your arm over a bit more and maybe up a bit more. My hand's stuck on my shoulder blade here. Okay, then bring your right arm up and over and hook your hands. And if they don't reach, then that's what the strap's for. So you can take the strap and open it up and you can hold on that way. So whatever works in your body. Okay, so here posture's key. I usually see a big tail swing up, a chest out. So remember your bandhas. Drop your tail, lift up through your pelvic floor, draw your navel back to your spine. The other thing I see is head's way out here. So ears back over your shoulders. Oh, we're giving you a steady cam preview here. 360 degree. Look, it's not me that's turning, it's the camera. I hope that's here by next week. I'm so excited about that. The steady cam will allow us to do a 360 degree view of something. So we're going to have to be more careful about our backdrops because our backdrops will be 360 degrees now. Okay. Whew. Release that. Okay, you ready for the other side? So generally, especially if you're right hand dominant, your right arm is stronger. So it's a little harder on this side generally. So internally rotate your right arm, bring it up for your back, and use your left hand to pull it over and up a little bit more. And then reach your left arm up and over. And maybe they reach, but don't be surprised if it's harder on this side. And you can use the strap here too. Okay, and release all that down. Whew. Okay, shake it out. Okay, we're going to do this one. Ninka taught me this one. I really, really like it. I like it a lot. We are going to do half lotus tree pose with Gomukhasana arms. So I'm just going to try and find a spot where it's not too slopey here on the ground. Nothing like doing balancing postures on a slope. Okay, bend your left leg up. You're going to cross it over your right leg and point your left knee straight down. Okay, then you bend your right arm in and around. Use a wall for support if you need it. Up your back. And your left arm up and over. Focus on something that's not moving. So a modification for this would be straight trees pose with your foot on the inside of your leg instead. Okay. And let's release this side from your body. Whew. Okay, we're going to do the other side. So stand on your left leg and bring your right leg up. So you could do tree pose, just foot inside, even on the inside of your calf. Put your right leg all the way over your left. Open it down. So on my other side, I have this nice little crook that my leg sits in, but not so much on this side. Internally rotate your left arm, bring it up your back. Right arm comes up and over to meet it. Whew. See, real yoga for real people. If this was fancy, dancy celebrity yogas, we would be, I don't know, putting that in the outtakes. No, it wouldn't even make the outtakes, would it? We'd do another take. Okay, here we go. Here you get to see it all. There we go. How are you doing on this side? I'm very wobbly on this side. Ah, ta-da! Gomukhasana, half lotus. I love it. Maybe just not so much today. Okay, I'm going to get you to come down to lie on your belly, please. We're going to do a nice little back bend here. Okay, so take your hands down by the side of your body. You're actually going to take them behind you. Roll your shoulders back and up. Your hands are interlaced. Press the front of your pelvis into the ground. You're going to inhale, lift your chest off the ground. I forgot to do another posture. It's done now. We're not going back. Okay, so release this one from your body. Push yourself up and back. Sit back on your heels. Actually, now I just remembered another one I forgot. We are going to do that one. We will do that one. Child's pose. Okay, so inhale up onto all fours. We're going to do puppy pose. So that's the one where you keep your legs perpendicular to the ground. You reach your hands forward. You tip your sit bones up. Open your chest to the ground. You're going to rest on your forehead until your nose gets too squished. You can't breathe, then you come onto your chin. Your arms are straight, you keep reaching your fingers forward. So your arms need to be straight and reach your fingertips forward. And to come out, I like to kind of slide forward. I find that the easiest way out. And then for my counter pose, you know what? I'm just going to lie on my belly with my hands by the side of my body. That puppy pose is a small shape, but it's a big pose in your body. It's a big pose in my body. Okay, come on back up. And we're going to do puppy pose on your elbows now. So you're going to come into puppy pose. And it really helps to have an even surface to work on here. Okay, so lift your elbows. Okay, and then release this from your body. Whew. And again, I like to come forward. Okay, so now the moment we've all been waiting for, Gomukhasana, cow's face pose. And some variations, of course. So, have your block and your strap close by. And you're going to cross your left leg over your right leg. And bring your right heel up towards your left buttocks. Okay. And here, if you can't sit evenly on both butt cheeks, you can help yourself out by sitting up on a block. That should open your legs so that they fall open like shoelaces, just like they call it shoelace pose in yin yoga. Okay. So let's do a twist here. Doesn't matter which way because we're going to do both sides. And come back center, twist to the other side. Lengthen up straight through your spine. And come back center. Take your hands around behind you. Interlace your fingers, roll your shoulders back and down, lift your chest and hinge forward at your hips. Wow, this ant is being so productive today. He's by my knee now. It looks like he's pulling along a baby earwig here. And then come upright. And can you see that there? No, it's too small. It's getting blown all over too. Just like me. Okay, bring your left arm internally, rotate it and bring it up your back. And then bring your right arm up and over to meet. You can use your straps if your hands don't meet. There's cow's face, Gomukhasana. So in this pose, the cow's lips are said to be your legs, and your right arm that's up here is supposed to be the cow's ear. And so consider that possibly this pose could be as sweet as a cow, as sweet and docile. And see if you can create those qualities in this pose as you hold this pose. Okay, and then release your arms. We're going to come to the other side. So to come to the other side, you're going to stand on your feet and just stand up and twirl yourself all the way around so that your right leg lands on top of your left leg. And then we'll twist to one side. And twist to the other side. And come back center. Take your hands around behind you. Roll your shoulders back and down. Lift your chest and hinge forward. And try and keep your spine long and your buttocks glued to the ground. And then slowly up. Release your arms. Internally rotate your right arm. Bring it up your back. Then your left arm comes up and over. And then release this pose and posture from your body. Thank you for joining us for episode 89 of Namaste Yoga, the yoga story for Gomukhasana, cow's face pose, and the story of Krishna's eighth incarnation, Vishnu's eighth incarnation as Krishna, Govinda, Gopala, the cow herder. So make sure you spend about 5 to 10 minutes resting back in Shavasana. And thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for your kind donations. And be sure to like Namaste Yoga on Facebook. Namaste. In the mail, because of your donations, we received... Whew! Tim, I'm not putting that on. Hit me in the face.